everybody, it's Stacy with As a Tea Brews. Today we are starting a huge clean out of my teas. I got a bit of a bug to make a coffee and tea bar, and I need to go through my teas because number one, they might not all fit under the bar. I might be able to make them fit, but number two, there's probably a lot of teas that I could get rid of, give away, that we just don't drink, even though they are all good teas. This is going to be difficult, I know. It's gonna be a huge task, but we can do it. So this is the beginning of the coffee and tea bar. I bought this storage unit at home, and it has a lot of storage underneath for the tea, which I'll show you in a minute. But I also have a shelf that's going to go over this. We have not installed it yet. Hopefully I can do that in the next day or two. It needs to be hung up very securely with some drywall screws, and so I just want to make sure I do that right. But this is the start of it, and this is not how it's going to finish. I still have to figure out some things, but we've been making a lot of iced coffee with cold foam at home instead of getting Starbucks, and so that's why we have so many syrups. But let me show you underneath. So I picked up a few storage containers. I'm not sure that this is how it's going to stay, but I'm thinking about moving all the teas down here. I think I could probably fit them all if I shoved them in, but I don't really want to shove them in, so that's why I kind of want to go through them and get rid of some things. Okay, so in my pantry, my tea currently spans, we have a really big pantry, and my tea starts over here, right by the door, and it goes all the way around to the other side of the pantry on this shelf, and so that is a lot of space. And I kind of want to free up this space for other things, appliances, and just organize better in my pantry. And so that's one of the reasons why I want to move these. But we do have a lot of teas that we just really don't drink that are decent teas. They're fine. They're just not ones that we reach for a lot. And I keep holding on to them thinking, well, if people come over and I want to make a pot of tea, I can make a little variety. But I mean, how long am I really going to hold on to some of these? So I might end up with a box of teas that I'm getting rid of. So I have to decide if I'm going to keep them by type or if I'm going to keep them by company or what I'm going to do. So I think I'm just going to start by pulling everything out and setting aside the ones that I know for sure that I want to keep, that we absolutely love. Okay, so here's everything I've done to my new coffee tea bar area so far. It is decorated for Valentine's Day, which is actually tomorrow when I am filming this. And I will switch it out probably a few days after Valentine's Day. We'll just enjoy it for a little bit longer. It ended up, I really like how it turned out. I love this piece of furniture that I bought from at home. I did not like the first one that I bought at all. It just did not go. This one I feel like goes a lot better with the one that I have over here that already has some tea things in it. But this one's that one's more decorative and storage, and this one is more everyday use. So it's just fun to me to have a pretty little area where I can make my coffee or tea in the morning and just enjoy looking at and have fun with decorating. We have, you might notice, all of these syrups here. Abby and I have been really into making cold brews, and we like making them flavored like they make at Starbucks. And so we have bought a few syrups of our own to use, and it's just fun. We don't use a lot of it. I know there's sugar and calories in it and it's not good for you, but a lot of what people do is not good for them. I feel like we are generally healthy and we eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and we eat really well most of the time. So I don't think having our occasional little treats is a bad thing. I made these cute little gnomes. You might have seen them on my other tea area, but I just made them out of air dry clay, and then I painted them, and they are just so cute. I'm gonna have to make some for St. Patrick's Day, I think, because they were fun to make, and I think they turned out really cute. But I love this little coffee bar Love is Brewing mat. It is kind of like a rubber, and it's dishwasher safe, and it just will catch any spills or drips, and I can easily clean it up later, and it's super cute. And then up here, I have the shelf that I got years ago at Hobby Lobby. I've had this at least 8 years. I think it's about 8 years ago when I made a coffee bar in my old house, and I bought this just for this purpose, and it's been used elsewhere in the house until now. And I have just a few little David's tea samples up in this basket. This basket's empty. Let me know what you think I should put in here. This one has some syrups that people can use on top of their coffees if they'd like. I honestly never use these, but my husband and Abby like using them. And then we have some coffee pods here, the individual ones, and I bought these reusable ones. There's 2 of them because we usually just brew coffee and not buy the pods. But I know my mom and sometimes guests like to use them, so I do have them here as an option. And then we actually have our coffee in this cute coffee tin. I've had my coffee in this for several years. It's just been up in the cupboard, but it went really well with the Valentine's decor. I have a little mocha pot right here, and I actually do use that occasionally when I feel like making a Cuban espresso. I just have a little decoration for Valentine's that I made with fabric and a frame, and I have a jar of tea from Magic Hour because I just think it looks so pretty, and a little bird and roses and a red cup up there to go with Valentine's. Valentine's Day was yesterday, you guys, and I have not taken down my decor. I kind of want to enjoy it for a few more days before I change it, but then part of me is also getting excited to decorate for the next holiday or season. I bought these cute coffee cups that I have hanging here, and sometimes I've used these and sometimes I just like them here for looks, but they are nice coffee cups that stack, and they say be amazing, choose happy, you got this, and it's your day. And so I may keep those hanging up, or I'll probably change them at some point for other cute coffee cups. Back here I have a little cup full of tea, spoons, and accessories. I found this super cute sign that says me and you, and it has the little hearts on there for Valentine's Day. I love my little Valentine's gnomes. I think I'm going to make some for every season if I remember and find the time. They are just so cute. I love them so much. We're going to look on the inside now. Okay, so this is a bit of a weird angle, but this is the only way that I could think to show you easily and be able to pull stuff out. So here is the current inside of the cabinet. It's a work in progress. And no, I don't have all of my tea supplies in here. I don't have my steepers. I don't have my, my teacups, obviously. This was just kind of a way to get my teas out of my pantry, and I was able to get most of them in here. There was about 6 or 8 that I decided to get rid of to pass along to somebody else. And then I have a couple refills and iced teas in my pantry still. We just don't really drink iced teas very much, and I didn't know exactly where to put the refills. So there is some dead space in here that I probably could utilize better. I just haven't figured out exactly how yet. So let me walk you through it and show you what I did. So what I decided to do is, when I was deciding which teas to put in here and which ones to keep, I started by just pulling out my favorite teas and thinking, okay, I definitely want these to be in here. And then kind of what was left, I'm like, do I really like this tea? Do I really want this tea? And so there were a few that I got rid of, specifically flavored teas from David's Tea that were too heavy on like the stevia or flavoring. So, okay, I did a couple things here. I put most of my Old Barrel Tea Company teas here on the top shelf in the middle because I love these teas so much, and I just wanted them to have their own spots because I couldn't quite fit like all of the black teas together, or all of the herbals, or all of the oolong kind of things, and it just didn't work with the containers that I had. And so this is what worked for me. So I have a bin of, oops, this one, I just made a cup of, I just made some pineapple upside down cake. And so that one was out. And so I have most of my big Old Barrel Tea Company tins here, minus a couple that are in the drawer underneath it. And this just, I love these teas so much, I want easy access to them. And then right below it, I have the smaller tins that are from the Tea Club boxes, as well as a few that did not fit in here. These are ones I think that are better as iced teas. And so I just put them in that bin. And then I have this little shelf here to give me more storage space. Right next to that, I have a rotating bin of teas, and these are whites and greens. And I don't have that many of them, I guess. I don't know, for some reason, when I looked at this, I thought, this can't possibly be all of my teas, but I fit most of them in here. So I think it took up so much space in my pantry. The way that they were was kind of deceiving maybe, but right behind it, I do have, I don't know if you guys can see that, I have a large tin of Forever Nuts. And to be honest, we kind of forgot about this one because it didn't fit right in my pantry, like where the other teas were because of the giant tin. And so I think we kind of forgot about it, but hopefully we won't forget about it. Okay, and then in the back right next to it, I just have, these were in a cardboard box, but they're just inexpensive black tea bags that we can make some iced tea with. My mom likes just plain black iced tea. And so, well, she adds lemon to that, but that's what I have that for. Okay, and then over here on the top shelf also, I have some supplies for cold brews. Like I said, Abby and I have been really into making cold brews, and we reuse our cups from Starbucks, and we use mason jars to froth up our foam. And this little frother from David's Tea, 100% has more power than any of those little IKEA frothers, and it's rechargeable, and we really like that. We both also have reusable cups from Starbucks with the cold foam opening. You can buy these lids separately, and it has like a bigger area there that you can sip the yummy foam through. Okay, and then right next to it, these side areas are a little tricky because the side of the unit goes back a couple inches and doesn't let you just pull something straight out. So on this side, it works with this spinny organizer, but on this side, it's kind of hard to access. So I'm not really sure exactly what to do about that. Right now, I just have a tea that my sister brought from Knott's Berry Farm, boysenberry black tea, and some Ovaltine, because we love using that in our cold foam. It is makes it super yummy and delicious. And then some little tea bag holders. And that's all I have over there right now. I do feel like there's some space here and some space up here that maybe I can utilize better at some point, but right now that's not happening. Okay, on the bottom shelf, over on the side here, I have some tea bags. And then right next to it, I have my jars from Magic Hour, minus the one that's up on the shelf. And then they were a little too tall to fit on either level of these shelves that I have in here, so I just lined them up there. Here I have a bin with teas that I've classified as bedtime teas, some that we just like better at bedtime. And then above it, I have the other herbal teas that we can drink any time of the day. Next to it, I have some black and oolong teas, and there's several bags in there in various size tins. And then underneath that, I have our matchas. And then over in the corner on the bottom, hopefully you can see that, I have this 2-tier rotating organizer. I have the honeys and sweeteners on here. I have some rock sugar, sugar cubes, monk fruit sweetener, and various honeys. And so that is what I decided to do on this side. What do you guys think? Give me your suggestions. Yeah, that's kind of just what I came up with. It's probably gonna be a work in progress. We'll see how it goes once I start using it. it hasn't been like this for very long, so I haven't really had a chance to see what I need to change it. Yummy. That's yummy tea. I've been out of that tea for a long time. Okay, that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.